Do you want the real meta custom tactics on FC24? Well, then this video is for you. Yes guys, I actually mean it. These are the most overpowered and most complete custom tactics that you are going to use for the first couple of weeks. Now, I have seen many Twitter posts and some YouTube videos suggesting that you should be using defensive style press after possession loss. It is very good, but I do not recommend it. Why? It's simple. Number one, most players are not running Van Dijk and Vincent Kompany at the back, right? You need to be very good with switching. It's like a 50-50 game. If you win the ball back high up the pitch, you are going to be through on goal or at least have an attacking opportunity. But it is about risk versus reward. The risk is very high compared to the reward, right? Even if the odds are 50-50, guys, even then the risk is too high to run this, especially with your defenders, right? Lastly, guys, this defensive style is too offensive to start the game out with, right? And I'll explain to you in a moment, right? Lastly, this defensive style is overkill when it comes to attacking from minute 0. It is just too much, and especially at this stage of the game, we do not want to start with such a defensive style. And that is exactly why I want you to play balanced custom tactics, right? Now, please note that this is our minute 1 formation. We are going to run the 4-4-2. And yes, we are going to change tactics as we move on, but this is the formation we are going to start the game out with. So our width is going to be a little bit narrow. We are going to keep it at 45. Now for the depth, guys, we are not going to keep it at 40 or below 40, because at this number your team becomes way more conservative, right? Compared to 45, as compared to 45 depth, because when you are on 45 depth, guys, your team will press high up the pitch and you will be able to apply some manual pressure as well. We are going to keep our depth at 55. 55 depth is the sweet spot right now. You're not going to regret it, believe me, guys, because when we are playing 55, we can also switch, because over the top through balls are very good, triangle through balls are very good, right? Last man triangle through balls are very good. So L2 triangle through balls are also very good. So all these passes being overpowered means one thing and one thing only, that we cannot risk playing auto offside traps at this moment of the game. Therefore, we are going to keep the depth at 55. It is the sweet spot, especially for the 4-4-2 formation. Now for the build-up play, fast build-up is a very viable option this year, and I have known it since I played the beta. However, like I said, it's the start of the game. We need to learn the game on our own, and also we need some balance. We need some fluidity. We don't want our players rushing forward like headless chickens. Therefore, we are going to keep it at balanced. Guys, the forward runs tactic is very overpowered this year. When you are using it, you will see that your team will give you many options for driven passes, right? Quick tiki-taka inside the opponent's box. However, you don't want to use it at this moment of the game. Remember, it is our minute 0 formation. We are going to kick off with it. Therefore, we are going to keep it at balanced. Yes, guys, balanced is the sweet spot. Our width is going to be 50. 50 is perfect. If you want to play a little bit more narrow, guys, I suggest 45. But for the 4-4-2 formation, either we are going to go with 45 or 50, right? We are not going to go on either extremes of being too narrow or too wide, because then our play will become one-dimensional. We don't want our play to become one-dimensional, right? When we are set up in the 4-4-2 formation, we need to trigger runs, right? You will see that there is a triangle between our LB into LCM into LM, right? Because Vinny is our LM currently. He has that explosive trait and he bursts down the wing. So what do? We play a lot of L1X passes with Vinicius Jr. We fake runs with Vinicius Jr. He takes away defenders and fullbacks with him, and more often than not, we create space in the middle of the pitch, right? Our play style varies depending on how our opponent is playing, and that is only possible if we don't go to either extreme. Therefore, we are going to keep it 45 or 50. Players in the box once again is going to be 5 first time passes are very good in this game, guys. Remember my words, first time passes are broken, especially inside the box. So we do need some attacking support so we can create those attacking chances with first time passes, right? Corners are good, I will keep them at 3 so we can experiment. Free kicks, I'll keep it at 2. Guys, if this video has been helpful so far, then make sure to click that like button, because on King Sunny channel we only talk about real tactics. Now for the instructions. One of our striker is going to be stay central and the other one is going to be balanced, but both of them are going to be come back on defense, so we can eliminate the gap between our midfield and strikers when we are building up. Our CMs are going to be stay back while attacking cover center. You ideally need someone like Ramirez and Bellingham. I know it's an expensive duo, but there are so many cheap options out there, right? For example, Llorente and Tchouaméni, that is a good option as well if you don't have too many coins. And then our wingers are going to be get into the box for cross. That is it. Our fullbacks are going to be stay back while attacking. I am not using overlap for the 4-4-2 formation. Like I said, guys, it is pretty manual, it is pretty basic, but it provides us with a lot of attacking opportunities, and we can play in a lot of different ways. We can go with German crosses, we can go with over the top through balls. First time L1 triangle through balls are still overpowered. We can use ground through passes, we can use driven passes, and it's a very beautiful formation. You will enjoy while using it. Now, of course, we cannot run one formation all game long, and that is where the 4-2-3-1 comes in, right? If you are using the 4-4-2 and you see you are not creating too many chances and the opponent is holding the game and he is a little bit better than you and you want to control the game, that is when you switch to the 4-2-3-1 narrow formation. The 4-2-1-3, which is a new formation this year, is pretty similar to the 4-2-3-1 narrow, but it gives you more depth and more width. However, I am not a big fan of wingers just as yet, so I'm going with something that I know very well, that I love, and that is the 4-2-3-1. Guys, we are going to use defensive style pressure on heavy touch. Why? Because we have two CDMs, we have the luxury to take a risk, because 4-2-3-1 is a little bit defense oriented formation. When we talk about risk versus reward in comparison to press after possession loss versus press on heavy touch has the better ratio of risk versus reward. So we are going to use pressure on heavy touch. Our width is going to be 55 in this formation. We are going to use 64 depth, right? Like I said, we want to hold possession, we want to control the game, and we want to pin the opponent back in his own half. So 64 depth in combination with pressure on heavy touch, and your 3 cams are pressing the opponent while you have 2 CDMs that are sitting back. It is a pretty lethal combination if you ask me. Guys, build-up play is going to be balanced. However, our chance creation in this formation is going to be direct passing, because when we are in the opponent's final third, we want to accelerate things, we want to be more direct, we want to find the passes into the feet of our strikers, go with first time passes, because like I said, we have 3 cams, 1 striker, so more often than not we will have 4 players inside the box, 2 on the recycle, which being our CDMs. We can always recycle the ball back or play quick first time passes inside, right? Therefore we will use direct passing. Guys, we are going to use 60 width for the 4-2-3-1 narrow, right? Because we want our cams to slide down the wings a little bit so we can have more width and we can destroy the opponent from the wings. If you use this formation in combination with direct passing and 60 width, you will see that you can create a lot of chances through the wing as well as the middle of the pitch, and that is what you ideally wanna do, especially when you're not controlling the game. So for the players in the box, guys, we are going to keep it at 6. We need more attacking options. Like I said, it is a pretty defense oriented formation. We want more passing options in and around the box. We are going to keep it 6. Corners is going to be 3 and 2. Guys, I have shown you the balanced formation. I'm going to show you the controlled formation right now, and then finally the master of them all, my favorite, the most explosive formation right now. Yes guys, this is the most explosive formation when it comes to attacking in FC24 right now. I want you to use this formation when you are trailing by a goal, or when you feel like that, okay, I have been dominating this opponent, but I am yet to score a goal. Switch to the 4-3-1-2 formation and see the magic. We are going to be pretty aggressive with this formation. We are going to keep 42 width, and our depth is going to be all the way up to 71. However, our defensive playstyle is going to remain balanced because we are going to play 71 depth auto offside traps with a formation as offensive as the 4-3-1-2. So we are going to rely on our switching and on our manual pressing in order to get the ball back. Let's talk about build up, guys. We are going to use fast build up. Yes, this formation is all about going forward, bam bam bam, and scoring those goals, bang bang bang, right? Our chance creation is going to be forward runs. We are going to be relentless when we are playing the 4-3-1-2 formation. So lower width is going to be 45, players in the box is going to be 5, corners and free kicks remain the same, but this formation is more about the instructions, guys. One of your striker is going to be come back and drift wide, okay? Your cam is going to be come back, your CM is going to be stay back while attacking, okay? Two of your CMs need to be stay back while attacking, cover center, and one of your CM needs to be cover wing, okay? So we'll do it like this. We'll keep him on stay back while attacking. We will switch him with Bellingham because Trivela shots are still very good, and we will just keep him on cover wing. Our fullbacks are going to be stay back while attacking, overlap. However, you're going to be triggering a lot of manual runs.